Oh man, it's really amazing. A number of years ago, I was down. I actually had to go down to Hollywood. I was in a interesting competition in my very early days when I was like 15 years old. I used to model, and I was involved with Eleanor Fulchers, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, funny enough, I was a total tomboy, no question. I mean, the alleyways between two stores, for instance, you can get to the back of the rear of the store, and these stores have the apartments above. Well, many years ago when I was a kid, I mean, nowadays I look at it and I think, oh my God, how did my mom let me do that? And I used to shimmy up the side of the two walls to get to the roof, which was 2 stories high, because we actually used to rent in the apartment above the store. And that was over in the Keele and Eglinton area. Funny enough, I was determined. I wanted to get those tennis balls because I could sell those. I mean, we're going back a few years here. So what I did was I shimmied up the walls of the 2 apartments, got onto the roof, got the balls. Then what I did, well, of course, I threw them down to my accomplice, who was my older brother, 3 years older than me, but he wasn't a daredevil like me. And, of course, now I had to figure out how to get down. Well, you can't shimmy down. You can shimmy up. That's easy. But down is another story. So luckily, there was a huge apartment building 2 doors over, which meant I had to jump between another laneway of the other 2 buildings in order to get to that building, which was 2 over, of course. And from there, I could jump down 1 story, which would be, roughly, that time I'm trying to guess at it would maybe be, 10 feet or something. And I'd have to land on the rooftop of the garage. And then when I got there, then, of course, I jump down 1 more time and I get on concrete surface. So, unbelievable. I look back at this and I think, oh, wow, isn't that something? But, really interesting is that I think that all of our experiences make us who we are today. So a little bit of a go-getter and a daredevil is definitely in there. But as I said, as I was a real, tomboy, then all of a sudden when I got this opportunity, being 5'9" and 110 pounds at the time, when I got this opportunity to get into the modeling world, it was huge for me because it opened up the door of looking pretty, learning makeup, hair, and so on and so on. So where I'm getting at is I went down to Hollywood in 2000. I was in 6 competitions. I actually ended up winning 3 of them. I was in, at the time, we had voiceover, which is actually commercials and radio and so on, which sort of brought the forte of me being able to start the condo expert because of my past experience. And also, the other runway was one and jeans was another. Interesting enough, when I was down there, I decided to rent a car and take in the sights. So I went and saw Rodeo Drive. It was unbelievable, Bel Air. Now, that shocked me because I could not believe the value of the real estate in Hollywood, because when you go into that area, it's amazing. You've got houses that are built on stilts. And you think you're going up like a circular up higher and higher driveway, leaving you way up to the top. But there's a whole bunch of houses, and most of the construction workers that were there that day, I stopped to talk to them, and I was really taken back because they were telling me about how they have to make sure that these stilts are secure in the foundations because there is movement in the lands. And now, mind you, I don't know if that's changed. I am going back to 2000. But, we were talking about properties that well over, at that time, $500,000 plus $1 million and so on. And, the recognition of Hollywood with the amount of money that's in that area is outstanding. But, then when I started driving around, of course, I wanted to see the Hollywood sign. Now, finding that was unbelievable, too, because it ended up being almost in the rear yards back area of a residential housing area. Now that really threw me, because no matter where you drive in Hollywood on any of the highways, if you look over, you can see that sign. So when they decided to erect it right there, they actually did major research on it to see where the most visible spot would be in the entire area so that Hollywood sign would be recognizable anywhere. And it is, and it does. So, if you do get a chance, please, go down to Hollywood, because I think you're going to be absolutely amazed. You're listening to Linda Pinizzotto. Love giving you lots of good information. So hang tight, and I'll be right back.
Linda Pinizzotto. Whether it's a house, townhome, or condo, when you're ready, she's your negotiator. With 34 years of experience, Linda guarantees that you have the real estate knowledge you need to make the right decisions. Call Linda Pinizzotto at Sutton Group Quantum Realty, 416-561-7373, or visit her at lindapinizzotto.com.
And thank you so much for joining me. Today has been just a fascinating time of learning so much of what's going on out there. And that's what the Condo Expert is all about. I'll hit so many different issues. You'll notice them on iTunes and on podcast. Reporting here from the Hayes FN, you have been listening to Linda Pinizzotto of the Condo Expert. Now, also, remember, register yourself. If you're a condo owner or condo buyer, register at www.coaontario.com. And also, if you've got questions, whether they're real estate related or condominium or property values, this and that, I wouldn't have the information I have had I not had the experience that I've received, and I certainly wouldn't have been able to start the Condo Owners Association without having this kind of a background. So contact me at Linda Pinizzotto, Pinizzotto at coaontario.com, or Linda at lindapinizzotto.com. Until the next time, have a fantastic day, and thank you so much for tuning in.